Uh, Hi everyone, welcome all in the third part of JEE Mains paper solution from 10th January 2019 shift 2. This will be the last session of this paper solution, which will have only 4 or 5 questions hardly, because already rest of the part I covered in my part 1 and part 2. Okay, so let's start with today's session. Okay, so first of all, I want to tell you that sorry for my mistake. There will be 10 questions that we'll discuss in this session. Okay, but we'll definitely complete the whole paper solution today. So now I'll just check. The first question of today's session is that if Fn is n plus 1 by 2 n for n is odd and n by 2 for n is even, and Gn. So let me write down f from first of all n to n. Fn equals n plus 1 by 2 for n odd and n by 2 for n is even. The same thing, same way I can also separate g function as gn from, if I put odd value of n, let's say n is odd. So minus 1 to the odd power will be minus 1. So it will be n plus 1. And for n is even, it will be n minus 1 only. Now you need to check that whether FOG is even or 1 1 or not, on 2 or not. So let me talk about first of all FOG. So for sure FOG will be also defined on n to n, and FOG of n will be f of g of n. Now this will be again divided as 2 parts. Just be careful. So as n is odd and as n is even, g of n will be either n plus 1 or n minus 1. Now if we consider n as a primary input, if we put any odd value with n plus 1, then n plus 1 become even. And now this n plus 1 will become domain for f. And f is again divided into even and odd. So now in which part will take the value as n plus 1? So as n is odd, n plus 1 will be even. So that n plus 1 will be directly goes to n by 2. So I can say that it will be n plus 1 by 2 as n plus 1 even. Why? Because n we consider as odd. And same way, when you put n as even number, so this n minus 1 will be definitely an odd one, because any value, any even value which and from which we subtract 1, that will become an odd. And if n minus 1 is odd, that goes to directly to n plus 1, right? Because n minus 1 will become domain for f. So it will be n minus 1 plus 1 by 2 as n minus 1 odd with n as even. And hence your final composition of f of gn will be n plus 1 by 2 for n is odd and n by 2 for n is even. And if you just check, this is nothing but your again fn itself. Okay, chalo. So now let's put values. So if I put value from 1, so 1 plus 1, 2 by 2, 1, then 2. Then if I put 3, then 3 plus 1, 4 by 2, that is 2. Then 5 plus 1, 6. Then compulsory 4, dash, dash, dash. Same way, if you put even values in the n by 2, so the even value will start from 2. So 2 by 2, 1. Then 4 by 2, 2. Then 6 by 2, 3, 4. So here we can surely say that here n1 not n2. But fn1 equals fn2. Therefore, sorry, not f of n1, it will be f of g of n1 equals to f of g of n2. Hence, f of g is not 1, 1, but range equals to codomain equals to n. Therefore, FOG is on 2. And hence your answer will be that FOG is on 2, but not 1, 1. Okay, so this is an important part to find out FOG. Clear? Moving. Now just check. This question is belongs to coordinate geometry. Now as two vertices of triangles are 0, 2 and 4, 3, and its orthocenter is at the origin, then its third vertex lies in which quadrant? So let me make a triangle first of all. Let's say this kind of triangle we have with first vertex as 0, 2, another vertex as 4, 3. Let's say this will be the third vertex, consider as HK, and here is the orthocenter 0, 0. Now what is the meaning of orthocenter? Orthocenter is the intersection of an altitude. So if I'll say that this is an altitude from the point A, also this will be an altitude from point B, and this will be the altitude, this will be the altitude from point C. Okay, so we can easily find out 3 lines. Okay, and from those 3 lines we can able to find out the value of HK, right? So orthocenter means what? Again I'm telling you that it is an intersection of altitudes. And what is the altitude? Altitude means a line which is perpendicular to the side opposite to the vertex. Okay, chalo, so this is also an altitude and this is also an altitude. So here I can say that, let's say CF is altitude, B, I can say E, let's say, and AD. So here, let me say that AD, BE, and CF are the altitudes from A, B, and C respectively. So here I can surely say that BE will be perpendicular to AC, then AD will be perpendicular to BC, and CF will be perpendicular to AB. So let us go with the slope. Multiplication of slope equals to -1, right? So what I will do, I will just make the multiplication of, therefore slope of AC dot slope of BE equals to -1, right everyone? So slope of AC will be y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So 2 minus 0 upon, 2 minus k upon 0 minus h upon 0 minus h into slope of BE, AC and BE. So BE has a slope 3 minus 0 upon 4 minus 0 equals to -1. Right, everyone? So what I will get? I will get k minus 2 by h is equals to 3 by 4 equals -1. And 3k minus 6 equals to minus 4h. So this is the one of the equation we have. Also, let me take the slope of CF perpendicular to slope of CF dot slope of AB is equals to -1. Therefore, slope of CF will be 0 minus h upon 0 minus k, that is k by h, right? Into slope of AB. So AB has slope 3 minus 2 upon 4 minus 0 equals -1. Therefore, k by 4h equals to -1. Hence, k is equals to minus 4h, right? So if I say this is my equation 1, 2. So from 1 and 2, what I can say? Let me compare the values of minus 4h. So I can say that from 1 and 2, 3k minus 6 is equals to k. Hence 2k equals 6. So k will be 3. And if k will be 3, then h will be, I can say, minus 3 by 4. Therefore, the third vertices or the third vertex is minus 3 by 4 and 3, which is in the fourth quadrant. Right? And hence your option will be, sorry, x negative, y positive, right? Sorry, it's my mistake. So it will be in the second quadrant. Sorry for this. Because x negative, that is x coordinate is negative and y coordinate is positive. So correct. It is in second quadrant. Right? That is your option number 2. Now, maybe if someone has any query that why should not we go with the figure? But it will be quite difficult. Not you will get this correct answer, because just check. See, as I want to go with the point. So let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say. So this is one of the vertex as 0, 2, and x equals 4 and y equals 6. So this is one of the vertex. So let's say this is one of the side. And as this will be the ortho center, 0, 0 will be the ortho center. It's quite difficult to predict that where it could be the third one. Okay. So hope you all clear with this, right? The method is very easy, but you need to require the basic idea about the ortho center. Okay. Sure. Moving with the next one. Sure. The second one is also belongs to the same category, that is the coordinate geometry. Just check. Two sides of parallelogram along the lines x plus y equals 3 and x minus y equals 3. If its diagonals intersect at 2, 4, then one vertex is dashed. Now, first of all, whenever you have this kind of question, just for your concern, check whether one of the vertex is given on these two lines or not. Right? So just check for that. That 2 plus 6, 3. 2 minus 6, not possible. 2 plus 1, 3, 3. So this is one of the answer. Samjho. Understand what I'm trying to say? 2, 1 is one of the answer, because two sides of parallelogram along the lines x plus y equals 3 and x minus y plus 3 equals to 0. Okay. If its diagonal intersect at 2, 4, then one of its vertexes. Now if 2, 1 is on this line, just check. Right? Now if it is on this line, it won't be the intersection of this two. Right? Because 2, 1 is not on this line also. It is only on the first line. So this 2 will not be our answer, because if we say that these lines are like this, intersecting lines, right? So if you want to get a vertex, then that must be the intersection of these two. And here 2, 1 is on the one of the line, but not on the second line. That means it will never be the vertex, but it could be, if we'll say that this can be the possible vertex also. Okay. But I'm just checking that is there any point which gives me the satisfactory answer from the two given lines or not. Okay. Chalo. Same way, let me talk about this D point. So just check, this fourth option is on this line. So these two are my possible answers, either 2 or 4. Okay. Chalo. Now what I will do, just check. These two lines are compulsory intersecting line, right? These two are the intersecting lines, and they are intersecting at here x plus y equals 3 and x minus y is equals to minus 3. So if you just check their addition, we'll get x equals 0 and y equals 3. So they will intersect at 0, 3 point. Okay. Also, they are perpendicular to each other, because this line has a slope -1 and this line has a slope 1. Okay. So these two are the perpendicular lines. So let me plot something like this. That if this 0, 3 is the intersecting point, so first line, and this will be the second line. And both of these lines are intersecting lines, right? But I don't want to make any confusion, so I will not going to use this coordinate geometry. It will only gives you confusion, nothing else. So let's just not use it. Okay, we'll make just a simple to a parallelogram. Like this, let's say. Okay, and here is your point of intersection of two lines. This point will be 0, 3. Okay, now the given condition is it's diagonals, they're diagonal. So let's say this is A, B, C, and D. So diagonals AC and diagonals BD, right? They are intersecting each other at point 24. So what you want to find out? You want to find out the one of the vertex. So here our target is to get B, C, and D as well. Okay, sure. So let me assume this C as AB, this B as HK, and this D as PQ. Now, we all know that diagonals of a parallelogram intersect each other at a middle point. That is, they are bisected at a middle point. So I can say that M of 2, 4 be the middle point of AC, right? M of 2, 4 be the middle point of AC, and hence 2, 4 equals A plus 0 by 2 and B plus 3 by 2. Therefore, I can say AB as 4 and 5. But 4, 5 is not in the option, right? So that won't be the answer. Same way, also M of 2, 4 be the midpoint of BD. Therefore, 2, 4 equals, I would like to say H plus P and K plus Q by 2. So we'll get H plus P is equals to 4 and K plus Q is equals to 8. This is one of the results we get. Also, we have a condition that HK, let's say that HK is on the line x minus y equals minus 3 and PQ is on the line y plus x plus y equals 3. So let HK is on x minus y equals minus 3 and PQ is on the line x plus y equals 3, right, everyone? So I can get another equations like h minus k equals minus 3 and p plus q is equals to 3. So now we have 4 equations and 4 unknowns, and we need to get their elimination of variables one after another. So how we'll do that? So I will make k subject from this and we'll get h plus 3. And from this, if I make q subject, then I will get 3 minus p. So therefore, h plus p is equals to 4 and k has value h plus 3, q has value 3 minus p. So h minus p plus 6 is equals to 8. So h minus p is equals to 2. Now from this 2, we'll get twice h equals 6 and h equals 3. Once we get h, we'll get p also, that is p equals 1. Same way k will get also, k will be 6 and q will be 2 also. Hence the required vertex or the remaining vertex will be are either 3, 6 or 1, 2. And now just check the options. So your option is 3, 6 and 1, 2. So 3, 6 is your answer. That is D. Right? So it is also a very kind of fundamental questions from coordinate geometry, which needs a very fundamental concept of parallelogram. So hope you all clear with this, right? Sure. Moving with the next one. Okay, now the second question is belongs to the category of theory of equation, that is the quadratic equation. It is given that the value of lambda such that sum of square of the roots of the quadratic equation, sum of square of the roots, that is alpha square plus beta square, has the least value. So first of all, let me take this quadratic equation as alpha, or a and b are roots. So from this, I can get a plus b as minus 3 minus lambda and ab as 2 minus lambda. Okay, everyone? Now here, sum of a square has minimum answer. Okay, so if I consider this as f of lambda, so f of lambda will be, chalo, a square plus b square, that is a plus b whole square minus 2ab. This is also one of the most fundamental equations. Now a plus b whole square, that is lambda minus 3 whole square minus 2 into 2 minus lambda. So lambda square minus 6 lambda plus 9 minus 4 plus 2 lambda. So f of lambda will be, so I will get lambda as, sorry, f of lambda as lambda square minus 4 lambda plus 5, right? Lambda square minus 4 lambda. Therefore, f of lambda equals lambda square minus 4 lambda plus 5. And f of lambda equals So now if you want to get the least answer of f of lambda, let me make the perfect square. So lambda square minus 4 lambda plus 4 plus 1. So I can say it will be lambda minus 2 whole square plus 1. Right? So here I can say that f of lambda has least value at lambda equals 2, which is 1. Right? So I can say that f of lambda belongs to 1 to infinite. So 1 will be the minimum value, and that minimum value will be at what point? Lambda equals to 2. Right, everyone? Because as we got f of lambda as a quadratic equation, so its range will be 1 to infinite, and 1 will be the minimum answer, and 1 will be minimum at the point where lambda minus 2 is 0, and that is at lambda equals 2, and hence that is your answer. So as you just check, your options are, so lambda will be 2, for which the sum of square has minimum answer. So hope you understand what I did. I just make a function in terms of lambda, which is a square plus b square, and this function must need minimum answer. Okay, so hope you all clear with this. Okay, now just check. This is belongs to the case of trigonometry. What is given us? That angle of A plus angle of B is equals to 120 degrees. So I can just use the notation like A plus B is equals to 120, right? The ratio of sides are given to you. A equals √3 plus 1 and B equals √3 minus 1. So you want to find out the ratio of A is to B. Okay. Now, as we know, if you remember that we know that it's A upon sine A equals B upon sine B. This is one of the most important equations we have in the textbook also. So I can say that A by B is equals to sine A upon sine B. Right, everyone? Now, if I take componendo dividendo, so sine A plus sine B upon sine A minus sine B equals A plus B by A minus B. Now sine plus sine, that is 2 sine a plus b by 2 cos a minus b by 2 divided by 2 cos a plus b by 2 and sine a minus b by 2, that is equals to, what is a plus b will be? A plus b will be 2 root 3 divided by 2. Now just check 2 cancel. This will be 10 a plus b by 2 into cot a minus b by 2 equals root 3. Now already we have a plus b as 120 degree. So compulsory, what should be a plus b by 2? That is tan 60 degree into cot a minus b by 2 equals root 3. So compulsory tan 60 is root 3 into cot a minus b by 2 equals root 3. Hence cot a minus b by 2 equals 1. So a minus b by 2 as pi by 4, and therefore a minus b has 90 degree. Now we got a minus b. We already have a plus b. So when you do this a plus b and a minus b by the elimination, what we'll get? Therefore twice a equals 120 plus 90, that is 210. Hence a equals 105. As a equals 105, we have b equals 105 or 120 minus 105, hence b equals 15. So now what you want to find out? You want to find out a is to b. Therefore a is to b is 10 by 15, that is 7:1. And this must be your answer. That is option number A, right? So hope you all clear with this. It is quite easy to solve, right? But as again, it needs a proper knowledge of equations. If you just observe in all the whole session, also the previous session of this chapter, we discussed the point that equations are very, very important part, right? If you know the theoretical portion, if you know the equations, then and only then you can able to complete this type of questions. Okay. Now this is belongs to three-dimensional geometry. The plane which bisects the line segment joining the point and point at right angles passes through which one of the following points? It is one of the simplest question and directly from the NCERT textbook. If you just check what is given, you need to be very much of aware about the figure, right? Just check how we can plot the figure. Let's say this is the line which is given to us, and let's say this is the plane. Here the most important part is it is given that plane bisects. So let's say this is the point B376 and this is the point A -3 -3 4, and which bisects. So let's say M be the middle point. Let's say M be the midpoint of line segment AB, which also the point of the plane. Sure, everyone? So by using the midpoint formula, we'll get the point which is on the plane. Second, plane is perpendicular to the line AB, implies n bar equals to vector of AB. That will be the normal of the plane. And as we all know that if you want an equation of a plane, we must need two things: point and a plane, a normal. Normal we have, point we have. So let's try to find out them. So how do we get MS? Let's say MS -3 plus 3 by 2, -3 plus 7 by 2, and 4 plus 6 by 2. So m bar we have as 0, 2 and 5. Also n bar will be the line segment vector AB. So 3 minus minus plus 3, that is 6. 7 minus minus plus 3, that is 10 and 2. And the equation of plane r bar dot n bar equals m bar dot n bar, which implies xyz dot 6 10 2 equals 0 to 5 dot 6 10 2 and 6x plus 10y plus 2z, 6x plus 10y plus 2z equals 0 plus 20 plus 10, that is 30, right, which is equals to 30. And therefore 3x plus 5y plus z equals 15. And now just check from the options. Check from the options, because we want to check that which of the following points is on the plane. So as they have given that second is the option. So 4 1 minus 2. Let's put 4 1 minus 2 into the plane. So 4, that is 3 into 4, 1 and minus 2. So 12 plus 5, 17 minus 2, which is equals to 15. Hence B is your answer. Right? Therefore 3, 4, 1 minus 2. That will be the correct one. But the point is, it is very important that to remember how to get the equation of plane. And as we discussed, two things are must, that the point as well as the normal. Okay, sure. Okay, this is also the simplest one. We have considered three statements, P, Q, and R, then truth value of which one of the following statement is true. So here also we need to go from option. Right, first of all, let me say that whether P is true or not. So P is a prime number. Let's say correct. So P is a true statement. 7 is a factor of Q. So let me check that whether it is correct or not. So it will be 7 to 14, 5. No, so it is not a factor of, you cannot divide 192 by 7. Right? And LCM of 5 and 7 is 35. So this will be true. So now let's try to check option by option. So first option is P. P, that is true. Conjunction F, disjunction, negation R. Negation R will be F. So it will be T conjunction F, that is F, and F disjunction F, that is F. So first option is false, but we want true. So this is not the answer. Now number 2, negation P will be F, conjunction, negation Q. Negation Q will be true. Disjunction true. So F conjunction true, that is F. Let's move for the 6C option. So C option has negation P. Negation P will be F, disjunction, negation Q. Q has false statement. So false conjunction true. So false disjunction false, that is again false. So this is not also the correct answer. And the last one, let's talk about D. So true, because P has true value. Now T with any disjunction is always true. So that will be the answer. But for your concern, let me check. Negation Q is true. Disjunction, conjunction R is also true. So the rest of the answer will remains true. So which of the following has truth value? True. That is option number D, the simplest one I can say. Right? Sure. Okay. So from the category of vectors, alpha bar equals lambda minus 2a bar plus b bar, and beta bar equals 4 lambda minus 2a bar plus 3b bar. Be two given vectors where a bar and b bar are non-collinear, then value of lambda for which a alpha bar and beta bar are collinear. the simplest one. If alpha bar and beta bar are collinear, if alpha bar and beta bar are collinear, then we can represent alpha as KB bar. So let me check. Lambda minus 2A bar plus B bar equals K 4 lambda minus 2A bar plus 3B bar. So lambda minus 2A bar plus B bar equals K 4 lambda minus 2A bar plus 3KB bar. Now let's compare the coefficients. So lambda minus 2 equals 4K lambda minus 2K. This is one of the equations. And 1 equals 3K. Hence K equals 1 by 3. Right? So let me put this value. So lambda minus 2 equals 4 by 3 lambda minus 2 by 3. So lambda minus 4 lambda upon 3, or what I can say, 2 by 3 minus 2 equals 4 lambda upon 3 minus lambda. So it will be 6 minus 2. So minus 4 by 3 equals lambda by 3. Hence lambda is equals to minus 4. Again, the easiest one. Nothing is required to think about this. D is your answer. The simplest one again, right? But just a point is that alpha bar and beta bar are collinear, and you need to know that what is the meaning of collinear vectors, right everyone? And last but not the least, you cannot ignore this also. Let's say x is equals to cot of summation n equals 1 to 19 cot inverse of 1 plus summation p equals 1 to n twice p. See, let me first tell you about this. See, when you just put 2p, and when you start putting values of p from 1 to up to n, you just check, you get only even numbers. 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 dot up to twice n. And as we know that sum of n consecutive even number is directly represented as n plus 1. Am I right or not? You can think by yourself also. Just check. 2 plus 4 equals to 3. So I can say 2 into 2 plus 1. Am I right or not? Then if I'll say 2 plus 4 plus 6, so it will be 12. So I can say 3 plus 1 into 3. Hope you understand this, right? So what I just told you, that sum of n consecutive even terms is defined as n into n plus 1. Now what I will do? Now I will convert this cot inverse. So it is cot of summation n equals 1 to 19. I can write down this tan inverse as 1 by n into n plus 1, and same thing I can arrange in the numerator also. The similar thing you did so many times in your textbook also. And then it will be tan inverse of n plus 1 minus tan inverse of n. And now let's start put the values. So when you put 1, we'll get tan inverse 2 minus tan inverse 1. When I will put 2, then it will be 3 minus 2. When I will put 3, I will get 4 minus 3 plus dot. The last term will be tan inverse 20 minus tan inverse 19. Now gradually each and every terms will be cancelled except tan inverse 1 and tan inverse 20. Right everyone? So 2 terms will remain. So it will be cot of tan inverse 20 minus tan inverse 1. Let's try to apply the equation, which is tan inverse 20 minus 1 by 1 plus 20, and cot of tan inverse 19 by 21, and cot of cot inverse 21 by 19, and hence your final answer will be 21 upon 19. This is your final answer. And if I want to check the options, then the options are D. Sorry, C, 21 upon 90. Right? So hope you all clear with this. Just let me check once again what I did. See, I just applied this equation that sum of n even consecutive terms is equals to n plus 1. Then I convert cot inverse as tan inverse 1 upon n, and then I directly set. See, basically I wrote like this, 1 upon n plus 1. And then I arranged n plus 1 as a denominator, n plus 1 minus n, and then I apply the equation. Which equation I applied? I applied the equation tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy as tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, just for the concern. Okay, I applied this equation. And then rest is the question. This is easy. Okay, so this is the end of the paper solution of this 10th January 2019 shift 2, right? For any query, any issue, you can contact me through this number, either call or through the WhatsApp. Okay, or you can also share and subscribe my channel, okay, for the further notifications and further videos. So thank you from my side.